Hi everyone, this is a supplementary video to follow on from the walkthrough solves that I made a few months back. In those videos I made a walkthrough solve of the Rex cube covering the cage method, and I'll link those in the description below. Today I want to talk about a different method which is a bit more intermediate, although I'm still very much a beginner at using it. It's called the reduction method, and the basic idea is to reduce the Rex cube into an Ivy cube and then solve the Ivy cube. So with before, the cage method involved turning the Rex cube into a Dino cube, so rather solving the Dino cube of the Rex cube and then solving the inner pieces, my apologies. This will instead focus on converting the pieces of the Rex cube into the following groups: a center, which is these 6 pieces, and triples, which are these 3 pieces, so that the puzzle, has an appearance like this, and then that can be solved as an Ivy cube. Although apparently, there we go, cool. Now there are a couple of issues that pop up along the way, and I'll need to teach some algorithms for that. This isn't a tutorial, but I haven't made one for this, so it's more of a walkthrough solve with a bit of tutorial elements. You'll understand. Let's just jump into the Scramble. Let me find the Scramble. This is the wrong page. There we go. Okay. R prime, F prime, small r, small l prime, r prime, small b, small l prime, small b, l, small l prime, l, small l prime, small b prime, l prime, small f prime, f prime, small r prime, b, small b prime, sorry, that's just b prime, then small b prime, l, small f prime, f, r, and then the rest are small letters, so small f prime, l prime, f, b prime, l prime, r prime. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is make a center. I'm going to start with a white one, just because that's what I'm most comfortable with. So I see we have the white and green edge here with a white sticker, and here is the white and orange that belongs with it, so we can just do 2 moves to pair them up. And here we have the green and orange, so we will put, yep, that's correct, so we pair these 2 up here, so the orange triangle there, then we need to put a green triangle here, and neither of them are the right, so then we'll turn this and pop it in like so. And you can see what I mean about this not being a tutorial. I'm not really explaining how to do things, I'm just showing you what to do. Okay, next we need to orient the center, although there's nowhere to orient it, so I'm just going to put the white on top. That's usually how I approach things, because I've noticed that half of the second center is already done. Oh no, it isn't. Well, some of it's done. We've got the red and white here, so we'll want to match up the blue and white in this location, but we need to have a white petal between them, so I match that up first and then match it with the red. Okay, next we need to match up the blue and red edge into this slot here, but you can see again pieces are not ready, so we will bring this one over like so, and then this is ready to come in with an R prime, so we have to turn it 1 to put it in the right slot, and then this is now done. So these 2 centers are solved and oriented with respect to each other, and then I'm going to put them on the bottom here. So although we have, these 2 edges are in the right place, they don't have a petal between them, so we're actually going to look, okay, so we want green and red. The green already has the yellow triple, so we'll match it up with the red like so, and then we need to finish pairing this one up. So with an R prime U R, these 2 are put together, then a U, and then these will be put together with an R prime U R like this, U R, and then we orient the final center, or we'll orient both of them, sorry, and then we're left with just these 2 pieces. So you'll notice that this center is complete, except these two triangles need to swap. There's lots of different ways of doing it, but the way I like to do it is put it to the back like so, and then we're going to do two setup moves, so our F prime, and then we're going to do a swapping algorithm, and it goes as followed. So RS, so a little rs, and then R prime L R, RS prime, R prime, L prime R, and then F, R prime. So now those two pieces are swapped. Now that the centers are done, we need to build what are called triples. They correspond to these blocks here on the ivy cube. And unlike with the cage method, we're not so restricted. You'll notice that the centers aren't solved, for example. So let's go with red because there's pieces here. So we match up these two pieces like so, and then flip. This is the same flipping algorithm used in the cage method. And then here, I want to match up this red into this slot here. And you'll notice it's not on the red face or anything, but that doesn't matter. So I simply do the setup move, flip them, and then they're paired up. Let's take another example. Let's do orange, because I just saw that, and it doesn't matter what order things are in. So I'll flip these two, like so. And then here's a great and interesting one. In the standard cage method, what I would have done for this case here is I would have flipped maybe this line on its own and then done a setup move and flip. But because the centers aren't solved, I can simply do this. And then swap these two. Like that. And I don't even have to fix this. I can just leave that there if I wanted to. Next we'll do blue, why not? Now, the slot for the last blue piece is quite far from this blue piece, but with a single setup move, that's all fine. Because my algorithm doesn't affect the centers, and then undoing the setup move fixes anything that happened to them, it means that I can just freely move the centers all around the puzzle with no issue, without any worries at all. Okay, so then we just have these two pieces to swap. Like so, and now all of these triples are solved, and we just solved the ivy cube stage. If you're not familiar with the ivy cube, a lot of people have told me it's like a cube. So you solve one color, and then its opposite, and then, I guess, rather unhelpfully, the rest of the puzzle. So that was the first, and I'll do another walkthrough solve with a different scramble, just to see if there are any other examples of different cases that come up. If you have any comments, questions, concerns, any of that, just let me know and I'll try to get back to you.